U23 and the Portland Timbers U23. Tacoma Soccer Center, come check out the home training ground of the Tacoma Stars. Tonight's Star Blaze was assigned by U.S. Soccer by Christian Kirk and Mike Hummels. The center referee is Seth Martin. The fourth referee this evening is Christopher Kruger. And now, let's meet the starters for the visiting Portland Timbers U23. Number 0, Jordan Barr. Number 31, Ray Ortiz. Number 33, Samara Johnson. Number 34, Nico Rivera. Number 35, Stephen Dalmola. Number 37, Nate Schultz. Number 38, Francisco Morosino. Number 39, Crystal Michelson. Number 41, Robert Antley. Number 51, Josh Newcastle. And number 52, Uder Rashraten. And coach of Timbers U23,
It's the biggest rivalry in American soccer, the Portland Timbers versus the Seattle Sounders, here now on the PDL platform. I'm Peyton Behrens, and welcome to Bonney Lake, Washington. We're at Bonney Lake High School, where this Cascadia clash will be taken on between the Sounders U23 and the Portland Timbers U23. Your starting lineup for the visiting Portland Timbers, the lone forward, you have number 33, Timur Zaviza. The midfielders now, you have number 31, Ray Ortiz, 35, Steven Demolin, number 38, Francesco Amorosino, number 39, Christo Michelson, and number 41, Walker Andriot. Your defenders for the Portland Timbers, Nico DeVerta wearing the number 34. You got number 37, Nate Schultz, number 51, Josh Noonkester, and number 52 in the back is Wouter Verstraeten. And holding down the fort in the back for the Portland Timbers, number 0, Jordan Farr. Those are your visiting Portland Timbers starting 11, led by head coach Aaron Lewis. Looking at the Seattle Sounders starting 11 in the back, you're going to have the goalkeeper, number 31. It's going to be Paul Christensen out of Woodinville, Washington, playing his college soccer at the University of Portland. Your back line, Tyler John, number 26, going to be the left back. Sam Jones, number 5, will be playing center back. Connor Antley is number 16, the other center back. And you have Maka King, number 3, on the right back. 2 center defensive mids. Your captain is going to be number 6, Trevor Jensen, alongside number 18 for the Seattle Sounders is Corey Keats. Corey Keats and Jensen will be locking things down defensively in the 4-man attack here for the Sounders U23. Number 10, Sergio Rivas. On your wings, you have Adam Jones and Stein Sandbeckhog. And up top, Will Bagru wearing the number 9. And we are underway here. The Timbers swing the ball along the back line, working up the far sideline of the field. Very direct ball up and over the top, and the Sounders will take over possession. Far side of the field, King sets up the throw-in. The Sounders wearing the vintage white with blue shorts jerseys, a nod to the 1974 kicks. And it's Rivas almost getting a touch through that back line, comes up hobbling, and the Timbers take back over. A big clearance out of the back from Farr. Gets all the way up to the striker, and the Sounders will win the initial header. Now ball's going back and forth. Sounders trying to lock down the possession. Timbers win it in the midfield, and they're going to reset, drop everything back. Working it up into the middle and back outside are the Timbers, wearing the red and the black alternate jerseys. Ball gets flicked up into the air along that far sideline. Still working it. It's Bagru trying to find and settle the ball, and he does. Uses some body to strength off defenders, goes through 3 defenders, and finally cleared out to the sidelines. But a foul will be called about 25 yards outside of the goal, and the Sounders will have a great opportunity with this free kick from the far side. The Sounders are going to send their big trees into overlapping run from King. Very aggressive, but it gets caught by the Timbers. No quick play here. Sounders stack 5 men in the box. Curling runs. The ball served in. Back post. May have taken a deflection, and it looks like that ball finally went out of bounds in favor of a Sounders corner. 2 minutes in, and Rivas goes over to the near side corner. Looking to capitalize early here, the Sounders in this Cascadia clash. An early goal would be very crucial between these two clubs. Service floats far side. Initial header won by the Timbers. Back into the box. It's dangerous. Still working its way around. Finally cleared out about 30 yards. And the Sounders are going to work the ball all the way back into their own defensive half of the field. Working within the center. Now sprays a ball, trying to go direct through the defenders, and it's going to roll all the way out of bounds as Jordan Farr runs with the ball. making sure that no attackers are poaching on it. Both of these teams right here playing in their first PDL match of the season. Farr sends the ball to the 50, up and out of bounds. The Sounders are going to have a throw in on the near sideline. A very typical overcast day here in Seattle. The sun was shining and it goes away just in time for the night coldness to roll in. Players all out there in the short sleeve jerseys, going to embrace the cold as it comes through in this late May night. Battling for possession, Timbers lock it down, and then a ball skies into the air. John, header to the sideline, out of bounds. Timbers retain possession. Working with the throw-in is Nate Schultz. Finds a man in the middle, that's Michelson. The turnover, it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle possession here on the near sideline. Neither team's being able to find a groove, knocking the ball early here in the first 4 minutes of the match. John with a long throw up and over behind, but the header goes back to Jordan Farr, and Farr's going to try and reset things and control the pace of the game for the Timbers. Far side into the middle, now looking to switch it out. Timbers early playing a lot in the back. Now a big direct ball up and over the top. And it's just going to be a tiny little touch back to the keeper. That is a one-touch clear out to Rivas. Tries finding a flick header. Nowhere to be found on the other end of it. Ball goes into the middle to Ortiz. And the Sounders win possession quickly, and they're trying to break. Back into the defense. It's John sending a ball all the way back to Christensen. And possession switched all the way back about 90 yards to the other side of the field. The Timbers, both teams packing it in the middle and don't want to give anything up there in the heart of the field. John gets a turnover. Rivas finds the feet of Will Bagru, goes back to Rivas, trying to turn, avoids the defender's tackle. John now resets through his center backs, swinging around with Sam Jones. Far side now, and it's back to Jones, two playing a little keep away. Jones sends the ball to the near flank. Goes up for a 50-50 challenge, and it's going to result in a foul there. And it's going to be Timbers possession after the hard challenge for Sandbeckhog. It's going to lead to the Timbers free kick. Trevor Jensen in the middle is wearing the captain's band for the Sounders, looking to command things in the middle. Sounders win the ball on the far side of the field, working with the ball into the feet. A fancy flick, overlapping run. Ball gets crossed in, one touch, and Jordan Farr comes up big with the hands. Farr now setting his pieces, sets the ball down, and he wants to play with the feet. Working out into the neutral zone. Andreot, big run, and he gets turned over. Timbers take back possession. Trying to find something there is Dalmolin. Swings through. Sounders applying great high pressure to get the turnover there. It's Bagru, lays off here. Now going the other way. Sounders send a big switch up and over the top, and that ball gets flicked out by Schultz. It's going to be a Sounders throw-in on the near side in attacking range. Tyler John now throwing on the near side, looking to send in a service, something that can be dangerous. Ball finds the PK spot, cleared out by the Timbers. They're still working with it. No forward up in the position to find that ball, and the Sounders are going to retake possession. Unable to get the one-touch flick. Now the Timbers are on the break. And neither team unable to find a rhythm right now, but the Sounders now going to knock the ball across the flat line. John drops back to Jones. Swings over to Connor Antley. Plays the ball up and over the top and off the chest there of King. Results in the Timbers throw-in. Quickly taken. Can't get out of the triple team. Ball still in the air, up for grabs. And it's going to get settled by the Sounders. Working with it. Quick transition play. Comes out to Sandbeckhog. And now reset back into the back line. Ball cleared out of bounds there by Nate Schultz yet again, being very good area in the air, taking away all of the possessions coming his way. And the Sounders can't get a touch to bring that one back in. That ball was intended for Sergio Rivas. Unable there. Just about 9 minutes gone in this one. Both teams trying to find their way out of the neutral zone. And it's a turnover in the attacking zone, but unable to do anything with it is Stein Sandbeckhog. Flick goes up and over the top. Off the legs of Sandbeckhog, and it's going to be Timbers throwing on the near sideline. Working with it into the central Flick header. Some hard defensive challenge going there, and it's going to be a Timbers free kick. Referee trying to keep control of this game early. Ball swung around the back, now goes over to the far side for the Timbers. Trying to find something up that sideline, unable to. Bagru drops back on the other side of the 50, takes possession, now finds a center back. A one-touch pass goes astray, and now it's the Timbers working with the ball in the attacking zone. Finds the forward's feet, kicks the ball outside. Tyler John is there to come up big with the stop. Unable to get a clearance, though. Working around, now it's Ortiz. Ortiz swings the ball through the midfield, trying to get outside, unable to, and coming up is Keats. Bagru now played up and high into the positioning of the field and able to win a throw-in on that far sideline. Sounders now make their way up the field into the attacking third. Near side with John. Tyler John plays simply. Back across the back line. Sounders trying to draw out the Timbers here before starting an attack. Timbers, high pressure, sending 3 men up along that back line. Now they're working in some dangerous area where they got to clear a ball up and over the top. It will skip on the turf. It's going to stay in. Bagru now applying the high pressure. Goes all the way back to Jordan Farr, who's nearly on his goal line. Left-footed pass finds in the middle is Andreot. Now working around the near sideline is the Timbers. It's Schultz. Drops back off to Noonkeister. Little give and go action, and the Timbers are able to switch out to the far side. Working with it now. A little hesitation, unable to phase Rivas, and a foul is called. Rivas in disagreement. The Timbers are happy that that didn't result in a quick counterattack for the Sounders. Short free kick taken along that back line. Now it's an entry pass. Trying to find the feet. Unable to, and now the Sounders get a clearance out of the back. Up and to the top. Initial header is won. It's Bagru now. Finds a through ball. Unable to get on the end of it is Rivas, and that ball gets cleared out 30 yards. Going the other way is the Timbers. One touch up and over the top. Chasing it down is Ray Ortiz. Ortiz trying to give Tyler John some trouble. John pulls him to the ground, and there's the foul called, and the Timbers will have a dangerous free kick coming from nearly the same exact place where the Sounders had an opportunity about 3 minutes into this ballgame. We'll see who's going to stand over the ball for the Timbers on this free kick. looking at it, they're going to send some numbers into the box. They haven't had much attacking threats early in this first 13 minutes that we've had here at Bonney Lake High School, but looking to capitalize here. Standing over the ball, Ray Ortiz. Going to have a right-footed in-swinger coming across. Nate Schultz trying to cause some havoc there. Ball sent to the back post. Has a runner going across the face of the goal, and Paul Christensen comes up big. Christensen able to get that ball into his chest and lock it in. Now he's going to set the ball down. Look to play simply here as Christensen has no pressure all the time in the world, allowing his team to get upfield and sends a big ball up top. Finds the head of Bagruba, gets caught up with the Timbers. Ortiz is going to play that ball out to Schultz. Schultz on this near sideline trying to go up and has to turn and play back. Working with it now is Noomkester. Fancy scissor work there from Dalmorland. He gets the ball back now, sends a ball long and diagonal, and Tyler John is there to be able to flick that one out of bounds and allow his team to set back defensively. Ortiz on the throw-in. John, the one-touch volley. Doesn't make it to the 50. The Timbers take back possession. Now a little chip-through ball flicked on to himself. That's Michelson. Michelson's trying to work with it, a little drop pass. And it's Corey Keats being able to work with it out. Finds feet wide, now John on the drop. Unable to find a teammate there, can't connect. Taking back over is Dalmolin. Rivas applying the pressure. He's the high center attacking mid here for these Sounders. Him and Will Bagru are working off each other in the attacking role in the middle of the field. Cutting into the middle there is Michelson, gets it stripped. The Sounders now can't find the feet of Rivas. Michelson ends up with it again. Trying to find a striker, unable to do so, and the ball gets dropped back by Dalmolin. Working along the back line, tries getting it out, and a great sliding effort there from Stein Sandbeckhog. Able to clip that one out of bounds. 15 minutes in, neither team able to get a clear strike on the goal yet. Waiting for the first deadly threat to come in this Cascadia clash. Ball goes along the back line. Now attacking down the far sideline, the Timbers. Cutting the ball back into the middle and resetting. Sweeping across that back line, the Timbers. Now a direct ball up and over the top. Trying to take it down with a chest, unable to do so, and no foul was called on that one. We're going to keep playing as Zavidza had a great look into the attack, unable to control the ball, bring it down with the contact that came through. Referee deemed it clean. Battle going on in the midfield. Sounders able to take possession. Drop all the way back to Paul Christensen. Christensen plays with Jones. Sam Jones, the center back here, showing a lot of size over this Timbers team. No pressure being applied to this back line. The Sounders just want to keep playing with it until they find what they want. Sam Jones tries going up and over the top. It's Sandbeckhog trying to battle, and the ball's going to find the hands of Jordan Farr. Timbers now trying to find a pass in the middle. Sandbeckhog, interception, trying to cut into the middle, doesn't have it, gets deflected out. Now it's Retz working along the back line. Goes back over to Sandbeckhog, who's drifted all the way to the far side, away from his left midfield position. And now he finds his way back as the Timbers take back over possession before a clearance goes out of bounds. King now, far side. Has the throw-in. working, finds the chest of a teammate. Now they're volleying back and forth, trying to go up the sideline, unable to do so. Timbers take over on the throw-in. Ball finds the striker, Zaviza, but no support there for him. As the Timbers find themselves playing a 4-5-1, much as the Sounders come out more in a 4-2-3-1, as the lone striker with the two outside attacking midfielders, and then Rivas, the true number 10, playing in that attacking center role. Ball gets intercepted, but Tyler John very speedy on that outside wing. Plays back to his keeper, and Christensen tries going up and over the top. Rivas nowhere to be found. Ball gets played out of bounds by Corey Keats, trying to do something. Get a little header down to the teammates, unable to do so. Schultz, near side for the Timbers. Going to drop back to Nuncaster. Swings through his goalkeeper, and now back out the other side. The Timbers working with it offensively. Unable to connect the pass there. About 3 Timbers win the battle there. Now they're trying to work with it out of a double team. Little jersey pull there, nothing called. Sounders trying to retake possession. Guys sliding onto the ground. No one able to really control it. Now the Timbers trying to play direct through, unable to do so. Swinging the ball out to the outside. Tyler John now receiving from Sam Jones. John tries playing a ball up and over the top, loses his footing. It's intercepted. Timbers now trying to work with some numbers and unable to get that out. It was Trevor Jensen being able to win the ball there and play it to that sideline. Possession being tossed around like a tennis match right now, going back and forth. And it's Jones. Lobs the ball up and over the top for King. Ball goes into the center for Jensen. One touch up and over the top, trying to find Rivas. He's got speed. He finds himself in a crossing position, trying to find Will Bagger, and unable to do so as that ball gets cleared out of bounds. Sounders will take on the throw. "20 minutes in here at Bonney Lake High School, 0-0. Still on the board, the Sounders now crowding the keeper on this throw-in. Jordan Farr trying to direct his defenders. Goes near post with the throw. It gets headed back out to the outside of the box. Flicked back in. Bagru unable to do anything with it. Ball heading towards the corner flag. And out of bounds. Sounders will take over on the kick and looking in a dangerous position. This is a very tall Sounders U23 team. Should be able to do some work in the air, especially with the height of the center backs and the height of the attack. On the far side, the corner comes in from Rivas. A little chip floats over to the back post. Unable to connect there is Corey Keats. And the Sounders are able to keep possession going on that far side or near side, and the ball goes astray out of bounds. It's going to be the Timbers on the goal kick now, being able to settle down after the attack from the Sounders. No shots on goal yet, but very close opportunity there from Corey Keats, center defensive mid for the Seattle Sounders. Jordan Farr plays the ball deep. Up and over the top. Sounders win the initial header. Settled down now. The Timbers are trying to work with it. Gets outside to Schultz. Schultz finds Ortiz. Overlapping run. Ortiz switches the ball. And it's going to find Jensen to flick a header out to Rivas. Rivas unable to bring it down. Now working with his Adam Jones. Bagru takes down possession. He's battling between two Timbers. And a ball that rolls out of bounds, resulting in a Timbers throw. Both teams looking to play into the feet of their high lone striker and get runners around it, or trying to find direct through balls right there. Schultz, the outside back, overlapping, gets into the box. Dangerous position, and it's a strike. that Paul Christensen is able to get two hands on and send over the bar. Timbers now have an opportunity. That was a shot on target, and now the ensuing corner kick. Ray Ortiz comes over to the near side. Brings a man short. No one on the near post for the Timbers. Everyone crowding around the back, waiting to break runs. Ortiz sends a ball into that near post. It gets flicked out by the Sounders. Now working with his De Vera. Sends that ball back in over the top, far side, and it gets flicked out of bounds for another corner, and that's going to be off the foot of Sandbeckhog. And it's the Timbers setting up another corner. Running over for the kick is going to be Timur Zavidza, number 33, the striker here for the Timbers, looking to get a dangerous ball in the box. It's a curler and gets flicked out, back up and over. And it's going to be a Timbers throw-in very, very close to that corner flag there. If the Timbers have a long throw specialist, they can treat this just like a corner kick. And they opt to go short and back with it. The left-footed cross goes all the way to the backside of the 18, flicked out again. The Sounders are defending the fort with all 11 men within the 30 yards of the net. And now Will Baggeru looks like he's going to try and stretch out the defense. Sounders still packing it in, and it gets dropped all the way back to the 50. The Timbers now having to reset. The Sounders did their job defensively, looking to do it again. Direct ball gets through. Christensen comes out, slides, and gets the stop. Sam Jones, the center back, playing with Connor Antley. The duo in the back holding it down for the Sounders. Long ball up and over the top. Will Baggeru gets through. Can he bring it down? No, he cannot. The ball gets saved by Jordan Farr, and the Sounders have just had the best opportunity of the match. Losing his footing is Sandbeckhog, and a chip through ball up and over the top. Finds Keats. Now gets swung around. It's Sandbeckhog working down that sideline, trying to pull it back. Finds Jensen. Jensen, the captain. Hands off, and the ball goes loose, and it's the Timbers now on the break. They're running for it. They got a 4-on-5, and it gets stolen there by Antley. Antley now wants to lead the attack as the center back, trying to find Rivas. Now an overlapping run on that far side. It's Sergio Rivas now on the back drop. Ball gets sent out. Looking for the shot is Jensen. That ball is going to go just a bit outside for a Timbers goal kick. Sounders there being able to apply quick pressure with a long direct ball traveling about 70 yards in the air. It was Will Baggeru unable to get the shot past Jordan Farr, but it was just him and the goalkeeper. Great chance there for the U23s. Timbers now trying to work the ball out of their defending zone, but it gets stolen. It's Jensen trying to dribble through a slide tackle, unable to do so, and now the Timbers are working the other way. Very quickly, Schultz plays a square ball. Now gets dropped to the back line. Working on that far sideline. Trying to find things going in the middle. It's Delmolin now trying to play an entry ball. Gets stolen. Baggeru now finds the ball in lots of space. Has 10 yards in front of him. Runner out to the right. Cuts in. He's going to try and take on the shot and get deflected out for the corner, and the Sounders set up another opportunity from a set piece. See if they can apply what they do on the training ground to the in-game situation. We're about 27 minutes into this ball game here. Cascadia clash between the Seattle Sounders and the Portland Timbers, who both kick off their PDL seasons tonight here from Bonney Lake High School. It's Rivas, far side corner. Going to send in a cross that floats all the way across the goal line to the backside. Ball gets kicked sky high into the air, and it's going to bounce its way over to the sideline for a throw-in. It's going to be It's going to be Connor Antley, who just watched it go, and Tyler John now, one of the long throw specialists here for these Sounders, be able to try and send the ball into the middle. Sounders packing that near post in front of the keeper, not making it easy for Jordan Farr. Ball goes into the 6. Farr comes out and catches it looking like a wide receiver. Instantly clears the ball out to the far sideline. On the run with it is Zavidza, but he brings it down. Now it's a 3-on-3. The Sounders are able to win back possession with a great one-on-one challenge and flicked out to the outside. Now the Sounders trying to quickly go the other way. Turnover. Timbers trying to settle the ball now. Now they push it up the sideline. Through ball goes up and into the back line for the Sounders. Jones, big clearance. Finds the Timbers back line, and the Sounders are able to clear their lines and get a little bit of breathing room after the quick Timbers counterattack. Nuncaster and Farr playing back and forth. Got a little game of keep away. Nuncaster now going to go on the attack. Try and get his head up and find something. Plays a big long ball up and over the top. No one there but the Sounders' Paul Christensen to clean that up. Christensen opts for the quick roll to Keats. Ball flies up and over the top to Bagru, unable to get on the other end of it. Now he finds it on the sideline after a flick header. Keats works the ball over to Jensen. Jensen tries turning in the midfield but is forced to drop back to his center back. Working with the ball at the far sideline. Sounders unable to keep possession in play. The Timbers now. And it looks like we're going to just do that one over for the Timbers. Working on that far sideline with a throw-in. 30 minutes into this game. Both teams having about one great opportunity on goal. No teams either to finish yet. A lot of battle going on in that neutral third of the field. But a long ball gets up and over the top. Rivas trying to show some pressure, but he was just a bit too quick for the defense. Finds himself in an offside position. It looked like we had two ball on the field situation. There's the Timbers tried going quickly with it. And no, excuse me, was not in an offside position. That ball curled out of bounds before coming back in, resulting in the throw-in. Keats is able to win it. Picks it off the foot there, and now it's Bagru working in the middle. Bagru dribbles past 2, trying to make it 3. Gets taken off his feet, but it was clean. Working through the ball now is Sam Jones. Jones pushes, finds the ball in behind. Unable to get to it was Sandbeckhog. And it's going to be the Timbers now rolling out very quickly. Schultz wants to counter on his own. Show that he's an attacking defender. Finds Ortiz on the outside. Going to try and attack. Loses his footing there. John is going to let that ball roll out for a throw-in. And that might be a battle that we have to watch for the rest of the night between Tyler John and Ray Ortiz of the Timbers. Ball gets flicked on up and over the top by Keats. Bagru unable to bring it down, but falls into the feet of Rivas. Trying to do a fancy back heel. Unable to, but falls in possession of the Sounders. One through ball just goes too far into the hands of Jordan Farr. Farr going to wait and see what he wants out of this one. Sounders don't want to be drawn out, allowing Jordan Farr all the time he wants with his feet, and it works out for him as it's an interception. The Sounders now on the attack, getting numbers forward, and the pass is turned over. Now the Timbers working with it on the near side. Ortiz trying to lose a defender, gets in a double team. Tyler John doing a great job and unable to get to that ball as it rolls out. Sliding effort there, and it's Ortiz creeping his way up the sideline. Now trying to find the throw and drops all the way back to his center back, Nuncaster. Near side with Schultz. Schultz drifts into the center, now switches the play. Working up that sidelines, Dalmola and trying to find a direct ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for King. King goes all the way back to Christensen. Sounders working with it across the back line. Now trying to apply some attack here as the pressure comes in from the Timbers, trying to just find the holes in the defense. Working with it patiently. Now it's a ball up and over the top. Bagru trying to get in behind. Goes to the outside. Now it's a double team from the Sounders where the Timbers got to play a ball up and over the head. Bringing that one down is Michelson. Michelson trying to work out of the trio of Sounders, unable to. And now the Sounders working with it again at the midfield. Jones plays an entry ball with just a bit of too much sauce on it. It's going to roll all the way past the goal line for a Timbers free or goal kick. Jordan Farr clears his lines, going all the way back into the Sounders midfield, who are able to bring that one down on the first header. Now they're working with it. They got numbers. It's a 4-on-3. Rivas goes over to the right side. One touch into Bagru. Bagru plays it out wide. And it's a shot coming from the outside position, and it gets deflected there. Bagru still battling for it. It's Jensen. Now brings it outside to Sandbeck-Hogg, who's going to try and curl one to that far post. And that one is going to fly like an eagle out of bounds. Timbers take over on the goal kick. Farr plays the goal kick short, now gets it back. Rivas doing the work, trying to apply that pressure. Timbers now carrying the ball, attacking. It's Ortiz. Plays into his striker, and the turnover is almost there, but Timbers able to bring it back. Schultz plays inside with Dalmolin. Swings over to Michelson. Now a long ball diagonally into the hands of Christensen. Nothing too dangerous there from the Timbers. Sounders going to play along their back line. 10 minutes remaining in this first half of action here. Working with it now is Jones. Over to Antley. Direct ball goes up and through, and unable to get the touchdown on his Devera. Now Bagru is going to apply that pressure down into the corner. Ball gets flicked, trying to find Michelson as the target. Won by the Sounders. Rivas is going to bring that down, try and turn. He's got numbers around him. Finds Bagru through. He tries playing a one-touch ball across, but nonetheless, he is offside there. And the Timbers dodged a bullet as the Sounders were on the attack, had numbers, and a great-looking cross in the box. And now the Timbers are going to take over on the free kick. Jordan Farr, the goalkeeper, out of Turner, Oregon, comes from Corbin University and finds himself on this Timbers U23 team. Gets a header back from Verstraeten. Now he's going to take over. Working with it patiently are the Timbers out of the back. Neither team is trying to force anything right now as that ball trying to find a target. Spoke too soon. Jones able to clean it up, go back to Christensen. Long ball goes way high up. And finding outside is Adam Jones. Sounders trying to get possession back. It's Rivas and Michelson battling. One touch flick. Michelson able to find Ortiz. Ortiz is leading the attack, waiting for his teammates. He's going to rip a right-footed shot that looks like it took a deflection out of bounds, and no deflection, just wide of the net, and it's going to be Christensen on the goal kick. Good attack there from the Timbers. Ray Ortiz able to win that ball. Attack the space with it. Didn't get any pressure as he had teammates running in dangerous areas like Michelson overlapping to his right. Sounders just waiting to see if he was going to lay it off or not, and he doesn't. Finds his space about 20 yards out. Rips the shot. Good attack there from the Timbers, and the Sounders now try and answer back.
Thank you.
Far side, it's Derek Johnson now who subs into the game. Trying to find some strikers, unable to. Johnson flies past the play, and he's working hard out there. The new legs come into effect immediately, and now it's the Timbers on a 3-on-2, working with it, gets one touch past Sam Jones. The shot coming on the far side gets slid, tackled out, and running down that play was the striker Zavitsa for the Timbers, and now the man on the attack is going to be the man on the ball in this corner kick. Timbers send Ortiz over there to be the short man. Sounders send two to defend. Packing that far post, now making their runs. The Timbers get a header straight up in the air. Not cleared yet. This play is still dangerous for the Sounders. Michelson tries bringing that ball down and commits a crime. Gets the whistle blown in the process. Sounders now free kick from their own box. Derek Johnson subs into the game on the far sideline. Looks like he'll take over in that right mid role for number 20, Adam Jones. Ball finds Johnson's head. Now it lands in the lap of Keats, who loses it into a double team. Michelson now plays a drop pack. Timbers working within the midfield. Ortiz, great touch to rattle that ball in. Rivas wins an uncontested header. Johnson brings down with his chest. Unable to keep possession, Ortiz looking for support. Now drops back to Schultz. Schultz under pressure immediately, but gets clipped back into Nuncaster. Bagru takes over the ball on the unerred pass. Beats one defender. A shot is saved by Farr, but the second chance effort. He gets taken down and no whistle is blown. He had the ball in his chest. There was a Timber on the ground and he doesn't get the call, and he is palms to the sky. Cannot believe it. And the Timbers there catch a break as there was a lot of contact on that play, and a great opportunity for Will Bagger, number 9, the striker for the Sounders out of Mercer University. His second opportunity on the night. And he's going to be knocking on this door for the rest of the match. Swinging around the back, the Timbers. Trying to play a ball up and over the top. Finds Schultz. Schultz under pressure from John. Plays through his center backs. And a hard challenge from behind there is going to be a foul, and that's going to be on Maka King. King there. Gets a lot of the man. They have a lot of the ball. And we have a player down about 30 yards out from the Timbers net. It looks like it's a defender. Who knows if it was a cramp. Comes up limping after a play. But we're going to get a stop in play here. 40 minutes into this first half. So we're approaching halftime. As we give him the attention, you know, the medical staff will come on here, take a look at what's going on, but it does not look good. Training staff comes on looking just like it's a knock to the shin, maybe right under the guard. And just unfortunate there. Nothing that, no intention on the play that resulted in the injured player. And he's up on his feet. He's going to be walking away from this one. That was Verstraeten who's been on the ground. After seeing the medical attention, we'll see if a substitution is on the way for him. This is sure to tack on some extra time here at the end of this first half. 0-0 still is the score as we approach halftime. Both teams have had their share of opportunities. The Timbers have had attacks from both the right wing and the left wing, getting great shots off, and Paul Christensen coming up huge on the saves. And for the Sounders, Will Bagru has had his share of attempts. Had 2 one-on-ones with the keeper and came down in the box. No foul was called on the play. There's a questionable judgment going on there. 0-0 as we start play back up, and the Timbers are going to be knocking the ball around. Verstraeten stays onto the field after that one. He's still hobbling just a bit. Timbers want to work this ball around. Being on the road, it's tough against the home field advantage. Right now, they would be more than happy to get into halftime here. 0-0 for each team. Michelson works the ball back to the center backs. Johnson unable to retain the ball for the Sounders. Now finds the feet of Zavidza. Working with it into the center now, the Timbers. Finds into Andreot. Now ball goes up and over to Schultz. Chasing that one down there is Sambeckhog. The Sounders take over on the goal kick. Paul Christensen in that bright yellow, beautiful goalkeeper jersey. It's hard to miss that man. "60 seconds till we approach that 45th minute, and we'll see if any stoppage time will be added on here from this first half. Ball goes up and over the top. It's King flicking on a header. Michelson for the Timbers tries bringing it down, but kicks a ball out of bounds. Now it's the Sounders. King on the throw-in. Long ball goes up and over the top to Johnson, who tries flicking something on to Bagru. Unable to do so. Jones comes through, wins that ball with the first touch, finds Jensen. Now Johnson, far sideline, pulls the ball back, unable to get it, but he wins it back. Jensen now back to the goal, trying to work with something. And a lot of numbers over there for the Timbers, making it hard for the Sounders to play out of. Timbers now working with the ball, trying to get in the midfield and bringing it through. That was Zavidza, who gets his arm pulled, looks immediately at the ref waiting for the call, but he took on about 4 Sounders before that foul had to have been called. And a yellow card gets issued there to Trevor Jensen, the captain. He's going to have to play with that the entire second half. And we'll see how that one works out in this Cascadia rivalry here. We have approached the stoppage time here. We'll see how long the referee allows it to go for. Ball gets switched over to the near sideline. Unable to find the other end of it is Nate Schultz. John now with a throw-in for the Sounders deep in his own end. Throws it to about the 50, and Bagru gets the flick on, and he's going to chase this ball all the way down to the keeper. Farr has a bouncing ball. Now he has to settle. Plays it short. Finds DeMolin. Now swings the ball inside to Andrea. It gets turned over. It's Johnson now on the attack on top of the 18. Hits a shot, and Farr makes the one-handed save, and that ball gets kicked out of bounds. Derek Johnson finds himself with a strike just outside the 18. The Sounders trying to get one strike to find the back of the net here in this stoppage time before teams head off to the dressing rooms. John looking to throw in deep into the box. Sends a ball straight to the near post. It gets headed cleared out, and they'll do it again. No, they will not. The referee says that is all the first half wrote. We're at halftime here. The score 0-0. Both these teams have had many great chances in that first half, and it's looking like it's going to be a great second half here at Bonney Lake High School. We're at halftime. 0-0 is the score in this Cascadia rivalry. We'll be back with second half action in just a bit once halftime concludes here from Bonney Lake High School.
So the bad news is you're going in for knee surgery. The good news is you're not going to the hospital. You're going to Pro-Liance Surgeons for same-day surgery, so you get to recover at home. While your board-certified surgeon works with you every step of the way. And your out-of-pocket costs are lower.
Ask your doctor about Pro-Liance Surgeons or visit ProLianceSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
Hey, hospital bed.
What?
Can't you try to be a little more comfortable?
If you have surgery at the hospital, you're gonna be stuck with me for a couple of days.
Ow! Seriously?
Pro-Liance Surgeons has replaced the hospital stay with something better. Same-day surgery centers, so you can recover at home in your own comfy bed.
You're not cooperating.
Getting dizzy.
Learn more at ProLianceSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
So the bad news is you just had hip surgery. The good news? You went to ProLiant Surgeons for same-day surgery. So you're recovering at home, not the hospital. You're also getting individualized follow-up care with physical therapy and visits with your surgeon. All for about half the cost.
Ask your doctor about ProLiant Surgeons or visit ProLiantSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
Hey there.
Who are you?
I'm a hospital germ. You just had surgery, right? Looks like we'll be spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
ProLiant Surgeons has replaced the hospital stay with something better. Same-day surgery centers. There's less risk of infection because you recover at home.
Can I have a sip of your water?
No.
Learn more at ProLiantSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
So the bad news is you need shoulder surgery. The good news? There's ProLiant Surgeons. Because they're not a hospital, surgeries are performed at their same-day surgery centers, so there's less risk. You get to recover at home. And your out-of-pocket costs are lower.
Ask your doctor about ProLiant Surgeons or visit ProLiantSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
Wait a second. You're my hospital bill?
Yeah, that's me.
But you're so high.
You spent 2 days there after surgery, cha-ching. Know what I'm saying?
Proliant Surgeons has replaced the hospital stay with something better. Same-day surgery centers, which means lower out-of-pocket costs.
You're ridiculous.
Ow, watch it, lady. I'm just the messenger.
Learn more at ProliantSurgeons.com, the hospital alternative.
Welcome back into Bonney Lake High School. I am Peyton Behrens here, and the Seattle Sounders U23 right now currently at a 0-0 draw with the Portland Timbers U23 club, and the Cascadia rivalry is in full effect right now. The Sounders, the Timbers, both had great looks in that first half. Now they come out 45 minutes remaining in this big second half action here. Both teams are opening up their first game of the PDL season here, and they're both trying to fight and scrap to get all 3 points out of it. The Timbers, being the team on the road right now, would love to come out here with any points at all. A draw would be just fitting for them. The Sounders hit the field again, and Derek Johnson is the sub that came on with about 10 minutes remaining in that first half. It looked like Adam Jones picked up a knock, was unable to keep on going, and Derek Johnson now finds his way as an early first half sub. He's going to see if he can make an impact late in that first half. He had a strike from about 20 yards out that troubled the Portland Timbers goalkeeper, Jordan Farr, and the Sounders have had multiple attacks on that net coming from number 9, the striker, Will Bagru. On the Timbers side of things, their man who's been being the workhorse for them, Ray Ortiz, has had his fair share of strikes on the net, but Paul Christensen is being the kryptonite there to Ray Ortiz, and the forward Timur Zavida has been troubling the Sounders all night long. Both teams are playing a lot of direct through balls, trying to go up and over the top, trying to find one and get one to break. Neither team able to crack past the goalkeepers. The Sounders get on the early through ball. It's Bagru trying to battle past two Timbers. He gets into the box, but it just gets headed back to Jordan Farr, and we are underway 15 seconds in, and the Sounders are already on the attack. Farr, wearing that mono blue kit, sets the ball on the ground and sends one. Farr. The header is won. Rivas with a flick over to the outside. It's Sam Beckhog now playing it back through Keats. Trying to find a ball up and over the top to Rivas is King. Rivas now working in between a trio of Timbers. Ball gets flicked to Rios. Rios now puts it on his left foot. Sends the ball over to Sam Beckhog, who's going to strike a left-footed ball low and on the ground, and it's going to get deflected. It's going to go out of bounds. The Sounders have a corner kick 60 seconds into the second half here. The sun goes down, the lights come on here at Bonney Lake High School. The Sounders looking to find the back of the net, trying to break this draw. Corner coming on that far side. Ball gets sent into the middle, and coming out for it is Jordan Farr. Very easily cleans up any danger that was a brewing. Farr lets his team get up and get settled. Timbers just trying to be patient here. Trying to draw out the Sounders, allow space. Lots of space in the middle, but no Timbers checking to it. Far side now, and the ball's going to go up and over the top. It looks like Michelson's the target there. It's going to be flicked out by Jones. Sounders are going to take over possession. Ball gets switched through Keats. Keats has a man coming on the back, and it goes over to Johnson, near sideline. Johnson trying to push a ball around the defender, and no, unable to get on the other side. Aniko DeVera. Ball gets sent out. The header gets sent back into Bagger, who's going to lay off to Johnson. Johnson, left-footed strike, is going to one-hop into the hands of Farr. Derek Johnson now has his second shot of the match. That one didn't seem to trouble Jordan Farr as much as the first one. Farr plays the left-footed ball to the far sideline, and Tyler John is going to be able to win that initial header. Timbers, possession on their back line. Playing back to the keeper now. Working their way around. It's Verstraeten, who got a knock in the first half, had to see medical attention, but he seemed to carry on. Jensen, flick header finds Johnson. Derek Johnson wearing the 33, trying to dribble through three defenders, unable to do so. Tyler John coming in and winning a challenge and finding himself on the ground. Referee's going to call a foul on that one. Great work from the Seattle U product, Tyler John. Working his way up the sideline there, Sandbeckhog. He's going to lay off to Rivas. He's going to drift into the middle, find a wide open Jensen. Jensen sends a ball diagonally at Johnson, unable to corral it. And that one's going to find its way over to the fence past the track. And the side coached by Darren Sawaski is looking to find its way into the back of the net in their first home game of the season. Kitts. Left-footed pass over to Rivas. He's going to turn, face the goal, dribble through two defenders, gets to the goal line, low ball on the ground, deflected out by the Timbers, and now it's a long throw-in near that corner flag, and making his way over to it is King. King, the outside back, pushing high. Both outside backs in the attack. The only two back for the Sounders right now are their two center backs. Ball coming into the middle now, near post. No one home. Gets all the way out to Antley, and Antley is going to play into the feet of John. John sends the ball back. John drifts over this right side as usually that left back, but right now as the Sounders looking to attack, they got numbers forward. He's going to play a long ball up and over the top. Doesn't find anybody, but Keats is going to run on to the knockdown. Corey Keats plays up that far sideline. Trying to cut inside into the middle. Trying to split two defenders is Sandbeckhog, unable to do so. Now it's John. Settling down the ball. Working with it now is Connor Antley. Finds John on the far sideline. Takes a touch. Gets pressure. Finds the ball on the Baggeroo's feet. Will Baggeroo playing with a defender on his back. Gets out of it. It's Rivas attacking goal. Lots of space, and the right-footed shot just strikes its way past that near side post. And it's going to be Portland Timber goal kick after that one. The movement there, Sergio Rivas being able to get that ball, find the space in front of him, have 10 yards in front of him, being able to look up, take the shot. Unfortunate there that just sails wide, but the Sounders are knocking on the door here. Antley now works through two defenders. A nice Maradona coming from Jensen. The turnover now. The Timbers working with it. John is going to chase that one down. The speedy outside back wins the battle. The left foot clearance goes out, and Ray Ortiz was the attacking man on the Timbers. Throw in finds Martinez for the Timbers, who checks into the game here in this second half. Ball coming over the top from Michelson. John plays a volley up and over the head. And that ball's going to go way outside the fence. Tyler John playing the safe clearance there, getting that one away from the defense. Or excuse me, from the attack, out of the defense. This ball finds Martinez. Going up the sideline to Schultz. Keeps that ball in, but finds the feet of Tyler John, who's going to play that ball, try and go up the sideline, doesn't find anyone, back into the feet of Ortiz. Ortiz trying to dance his way up the sideline, and it gets deflected out of bounds and comes back off of his own feet It's going to be the Sounders with the throw. Throw in, goes long, trying to find Bagger as the targeted man, but falls into the head of Keats, who's going to try and send a header up and over the top of everyone. Bodies collide onto the ground. There's some pushing going on there on the 30-yard line, and the referee's going to have to come and intervene here. Make sure that everyone's playing nice out there on the pitch. And the referee is going to send Verstraeten away. Trying to keep things under control here in a Cascadia rivalry, and we have seen these matches get heated all the way up from the first team all the way down to the academy squads. There is hot water in between these two teams. And talking over to his assistant referee, trying to figure out what exactly went on as the center referee was looking at the ball, trying to keep with the play. We had pushing and shoving going on after the play. We'll see if any cards be assessed right now. Trevor Jensen is still sitting on a yellow card. No other player has found the referee's book tonight. Looks like a warning of the benches comes. Right now, we're just going to wait to see when play will resume at this point. Looks like we're going to get a Sounders free kick here from the 30. No cards are going to be assessed. But the Sounders are going to have an opportunity for a free kick here, coming about 40 yards away from the net, lining up on that 30-yard football line. We'll see if the Sounders are able to make good of this free kick. They got 5 lined on top of the 18. Jensen standing about 25, 30 yards out from the net. And on this near sideline, Maka King, who could make a late run in. On the ball right now is Corey Keats, who's going to send the ball to the far post. Chasing it down is Jones. And it's going to go past everyone out of bounds for a goal kick, and the Sounders thought that very well deflected off of a Timbers defender. Ten minutes gone here in this second half. 35 more to play. The Sounders keep creeping closer and closer towards goal. The Timbers offense been rather quiet here in this early parts of the second half. Sounders applying the high pressure to this back line now. Falls into the hands of Jordan Farr. Farr now plays the ball, and the Sounders are going to win it on the header. It's going to find Bagru, who's got space, takes the chest. Now a player on the back. Can't get through the defensive line, and it gets cleared out. Tyler John now tries winning a header, but a push into the back results in a Timbers free kick. Michelson wants to take it quick, but Corey Keats tosses the ball back to where he thinks that the foul should have occurred, and he's going to get a talking to from the ref. A little time management there for Corey Keats, allowing his team to get back on defense. And it's a ball that goes up and over the top. It's Zavidza trying to bring that one down, and the Sounders are just going to clear it out to the sideline. Zavidza takes the throw in, finds Michelson. Michelson trying to back down Keats. Ball goes up and over the top to Ortiz. Ortiz trying to battle through bodies in the box. And now it comes outside. Martinez with a great shot. No, ball still bouncing around dangerously in the box. And finally, Paul Christensen is able to rope it in. Christensen having a huge save there to get the Sounders out of danger. Ball being able to roll past the Timbers attack after a very dangerous shot from Martinez. Chip through ball coming up and over the top, unable to find Bagru. Now it's outside with John. John tries bringing it down on the one touch, and able to do so, and then wins it with the tackle. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. Timbers throw. Up and over the top very quickly. Ortiz can't bring it down. John doing everything he can to intervene. And that ball cleared out of bounds by Jones. Timbers get the ball rolling again. Playing into their back line. Swings it around. It's Verstraeten. Finds Martinez's feet in the middle. Floats back out after the pass. Working up this near sideline. Ball finds a Morcino. Goes all the way over. Dalmolin sprays the ball over to that far corner flag. Unable to keep it in there. Timbers get a great chance on the volley after the ball had already went out of bounds, but it was Michelson there being able to get a nice contact on the ball there. Is that one dangerous if it wouldn't have rolled over? Sounders, though, on the goal kick. 0-0 still in this match here between the Sounders U23 and the Timbers U23. A lovely Friday night that we have here in Bonney Lake, Washington. Clouds rolling over. No rain, though, is a great sign in this Pacific Northwest. Ball finds Martinez. Now Michelson. And that one's going to just keep on rolling, and it's going to be King chasing it down for a throw-in. King trying to go up the sideline, finding Rivas. No. Unable to win it. Now it's Keats to Jensen. No one can bring the ball down. Finally, the Timbers try and settle. Jones, big clearance with the volley. Going back into the Timbers back line. Keats tries running under it, but the Timbers are able to get a flick. Now they got numbers. Michelson comes out wide, finds Dalmolin, slows up play, but sends in a curling cross. Cleared out. Rivas has tons of space. Missed touch, goes astray to the sideline. Now the Timbers take back over. De Vera swings the ball out wide. Martinez now. Martinez trying to be the workhorse in the center of the field, trying to get every touch he possibly can, playing like a number 6. Now working up this near side, it's De Vera, who's going to drive. Trying to get that left-footed cross in, but it's King there, being able to use the legs and get that ball out. Substitution on the way now for the Sounders. Heading off is Stein Sandbeckhog, and a lovely match by him. He was a workhorse up and down that far sideline, being able to cause havoc with that left midfield position. Great work there coming from Sandbeckhog. Coming in, and the interception immediate for the Sounders, trying to find Bagaru immediately, unable to do so. Now that ball is going to head all the way to the back. The ensuing substitution for Stein Sandbeckhog is Colton Cavey, product at Gonzaga University. Ball intended for Johnson. Gets the flick to Bagaru. He gets around the defender, but it's Jordan Farr who is able to come up and take away the danger that was ensuing the Timbers net. Johnson gets the interception now. Finds the feet of Bagaru, who turns on a defender so smoothly and gets pulled down. Bagaru still wants to keep playing, and it looks like our second yellow card of the day will be assessed, and that one falls to Wouter Verstraeten, pulling down Bagaru in a very strong attacking position, and now you're going to get a combo of Sergio Rivas, Corey Keats over the ball looking at this free kick. Now the Sounders working with this free kick. 23 to 25 yards out here of the net. Looking to strike, and it's Keats and King standing over this ball. King in front of Keats right now, looking like he wants to strike it. A 4-man wall is set up right now for the Timbers. You have Rivas on the back side of that wall in case if he's going to turn and wait for this keeper to deflect the ball with the hands down. Bagaru and Johnson waiting to attack the net. Free kick is up and right into the hands of Jordan Farr. And he's going to see what he can do immediately, sees nothing, and he's going to slow this play down. 2/3 of the way through the match here. We're in the 62nd minute. And the Timbers get some breathing room now after that free kick. Bagaru's going to pressure Farr, and it works out as Jensen is right there for an interception, but he collides there with Dalmolin, and he's going to get the foul called on him. The Timbers are going to take a free kick. Lots of extracurricular activity going on between players who are not in that play, having some verbal comments for each other. The referee says none of that. And right now, it's Dalmolin still on the field. He took a big hit there from Jensen. He may have got the wind knocked out of him, and he needs a breather here as we're getting later and later into this ball game. We'll see if he's going to be okay to carry on. And he is up, and we are ready to roll again as Farr sets up the Timbers free kick. They've been playing very direct today. A lot of passing along that back line, looking for a big ball up and over the top. And it has not worked for either side. John trying to battle on that free kick. And there's going to be a free kick called as John had two hands into the back of the attacker. Michelson trying to play a ball quick, and now in the face is Cavey. Some feisty players going along out here as the Timbers now have a very dangerous free kick opportunity against Michelson, trying to straighten things out. He wanted to play quick, and Colton Cavey didn't want any of that to happen. Timbers planning on what they're going to do with this dangerous free kick. The Sounders with a two-man wall right now. Cavey trying to contain the route runner, making his way all around the pitch here. The two-man wall doesn't jump. Ball goes up and over the top. Tyler John with an over-the-head kick to clear that one out. Bagger's underneath it. Body to body there. Ball comes to Colton Cavey, who's going to try and one-touch over the top to Rivas. No good. Another 50-50 challenge, and Sam Jones winning that one. Johnson settles, and a ball gets long over the top to Rivas, trying to chase it down, and forces De Vera to clear that one out and over. And now it's the Sounders in a dangerous position with these throw-ins. We've seen what these attackers can do off the throw-ins. And it looks like King is going to be trying to place this ball in the center. No, he finds Keats early. Keats unable to settle with the first touch. Now has pressure. And that ball goes out of bounds. And now maybe King will throw a ball deep into the 18 here, trying to get the Sounders on as they crowd the keeper space down near the goal line. Jordan Farr has a lot of company. That ball goes near post. Flicked onto the back post. Cavey trying to find it. Now it's Jones. Right-footed strike. Goes underneath two defenders and finally now cleared out by the Timbers with a great turn. It's Zavita now battling, and that ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's a Sounder throw-in. Zavita thinks that it's going to be Timbers' possession here as he's chasing that ball down. King sends a ball into the middle over to Jones. Jones going to attack the middle of the field. Now play a ball into the feet of Rivas. Finds Jensen. Goes over the top to Cavey. Cavey chasing it down. Trying to keep it on the far side. Has a double team, and it gets deflected out. Sounders throw in down inside that attacking area. Sounders have showed to be a team who likes that long throw-in into the box. Both their outside backs very capable of using these throw-ins like set-piece crosses. Tyler John now, Seattle U product on the far side. Puts that ball onto the near post. Flicked on, a great save. Ball kept into the middle, and it's Martinez with a bicycle kick clearance. But no, it's not safe yet. It's Bagru. Now plays over to Rivas. Rivas has a chance with a shot, and it's out of bounds. It looks like it's a goal kick. Rivas got a lot of contact on that one, but it looks like he gets the final touch that gets sent out of bounds. And wow, what a great opportunity there for the Sounders. That ball initially flicked off the throw-in. Stays dangerous. Martinez with a beautiful overhead kick clearance. And it falls into the feet of Keats, who puts on a nice ball back in to danger. Bagru and Rivas unable to connect to find the back of the net on that one. John wins the header. It's Keats again, has runners to his right, goes outside to Johnson. Johnson, little touch, goes far side to Cavey. Cavey now drops off to Jensen. He's going to try and overlap. Crosses the ball in. Johnson crashing, unable to get there. But Johnson knocking on the door, coming very close to opening things up here. We're still deadlocked at 0-0, 67 minutes into this match. Working with it now, Jordan Farr setting up for the goal kick, pushing his team up into the attack. The Timbers are matched up strikers with defenders right now, trying to get some numbers going forward. It's King, brings the ball down, has pressure on the back, and he's going to send that ball all the way back to Christensen, backing up, now clearing it, getting it out to the 50. It's Keats. Now Jensen. Rivas able to bring it down, and it goes over to King. King wants to go far and switch the play, but he's going to go up the sideline trying to find Bagru. That ball's going to get knocked down and find Dalmolin. Derek Johnson applying the pressure on the turn, and it's going to go out of bounds, and this will be a Timbers goal kick. A lot of pressure being applied in this match when a player has his back turned to the attacking side of the field, not allowing any turns to happen, and when they do, it's a mistake. It will be a turnover, and ball going up and over the top. Jones able to keep it in front of him, sends the header up to the midfield. Working with it now, Jensen, the captain, being able to work it, gets it to Rivas. Near side now with Johnson. Rivas takes the ball back, finds Jensen in space. Jensen now trying to battle two defenders, sends the ball out wide to Johnson. Is Johnson going to be able to get there? No, he will not. The Sounders keep on the attack right now. They are dominating it. Keats trying to get to the ball first, but he pulls on Martinez's arm. Gets the foul called. Martinez starts very quickly again with the free kick. Working with it now. It's Farr. Farr. Now finds in the midfield a Morosino. Working with it. That's Cavey. Wins it back. Timbers now far sideline trying to get some space going, working up the field. Jordan Farr taking his time. Goes to the outside. Ball trying to work up that far sideline, and the Timbers unable to make connections and keep that ball in play. We've reached the 70th minute here, 20 minutes remaining. And there's a foul called on the throw-in, as Rivas just had his back to the goal trying to settle down that ball, and now it's going to lead the Sounders to a free kick in a very dangerous position, a good crossing position here. We've seen so many times the ball get sent curling into the near post. It kind of traps the keeper on the line, unable to come out in case if a forward runs in and gets a little flick on it. Sometimes that ball just slips through everyone. The keeper has no shot on it. We'll see what the free kick opportunity shows here for the Sounders. Rivas on that far side has Keats and Cavey about 15 yards away from him. Sends a ball near post, and it finds the outside of the net. That's going to lead to the Portland Timbers goal kick there, and a very hard-driven strike, very low into that near post. It's dangerous. Now the Timbers want to start very quickly out of their own end. Bagru is going to pressure Farr, and a dangerous hospital ball going there into the middle of the box. The Timbers are playing on a very thin line with the Sounders attack, but Michelson almost gets a touch that's going to lead to an attack. Sam Jones able to clean that ball up and send it back very nicely to the Timbers back line. Working it around now, the Timbers Trying to go up that far sideline. Michelson, the intended target, taken out, but getting the ball first was Jones. Now a ball up and over the top. Bagru, the intended target, but it finds Cavey. Now it's Bagru. Far sideline. Now it's with Colton Cavey. Trying to find Jensen. Does so. Jensen attacking on that right foot. Rivas back to the goal. Drops off to Bagru. Bagru dribbles between two defenders. Cavey slides and meets Michelson in a slide for that ball. And bringing that one out is Rivas. Goes to Tyler John. Working back and forth to Sam Jones and John. Michelson applying that pressure all the way down to the field. Keats trying to bring that one back, and the foul gets called there on Corey Keats. Timbers tried playing quickly there, but too quickly for the referee. Michelson on a knee right now at the place of the foul. Just seems to be catching his breath. Referee wants to get things restarted from the correct position. Checking onto the field for the Timbers. Number 43, Alex Hillman. Ray Ortiz is the man who gets subbed off the field. One of the men who have been extremely dangerous for these Timbers is now going to be replaced by 43, Alex Hillman. Martinez working that ball around. Hillman gets a touch on it. Sends it back to the defense. That ball gets knocked way out of bounds for a Sounders throw in. Both teams trying to contain possession on that far sideline. Bagru gives it up. Timbers throw in. Quickly taken. Finds the striker. Give and go with Zavidza. He's going to be pushing down that far sideline. Sounders take over on the throw-in. Jensen trying to win a header, gives it back, but now it's Keats who takes it over. He's attacking, 2-on-5. Tries playing a through ball to Rivas, but it's Farr who comes out for the huge clearance. Jordan Farr kicking that ball very far, saving his team's bacon on that back line. Long throw-in from John, trying to put it back in the same area. Colton Cavey battling for it, going up strong in a challenge. Cavey now working with it. Bagru trying to break through the back line, unable to do so. Goal kick, Timbers. Bagru thinks it should be a corner alongside most of the Sounders on the field right now, pointing over to the AR, asking what he saw. Referee talking right now with some players. Timbers trying to get things going very quickly like they have been most of the night. And they will be stopped yet again by this referee. Jordan Farr now ticking the clock down as the Timbers start to get things underway, and the referee's going to stop the ball again here in the middle. And the Timbers trying to get underway. The referee saying, it's on my whistle here. And he will take no nonsense. It will be on his whistle. Now the referee will wave on play. As it's Farr sending a ball to the sideline and out of bounds. Giving the Timbers no chance on that one. The Sounders taking over possession here. Less than 15 minutes remain here. And it's Bagru working through four Timbers. Finds Keats, swung over here to the near side with King. King trying to have an entry ball, but it gets deflected out of bounds by a Morosino. Sounders wearing the vintage white and blue. And Bagru gets taken down. And that's by the substitute, Alex Heelman. Heelman trying to do his best WWE impression there. Gives the Sounders a free kick in dangerous area. Taking on top of the ball now, Colton Cavey, number 23. And he's going to get called off here by Maka King. King, the outside back, to take the free kick in a dangerous area. It's a curler in. Doesn't find a Sounder, and it finds the far sideline for a throw-in. Jensen opts to go to John for the long throw-in. Sounders had a very dangerous opportunity, nearly the same spot from a Tyler John throw-in earlier in the match. John doesn't see what he wants, starts up again. Long throw comes into the near six. Far coming off of his line to get it. Misses the clearance out, and it's going to go out of bounds. The referee saying that one did not touch anyone as it went through. Timbers goal kick here as we reach the 78th minute. Neither of these defenses will break. And right now it's Jordan Farr directing traffic, trying to get his team where he wants them. Ball goes up and high, and the header won by Sam Jones, trying to find Bagru, does not. Tyler John sends the header, but there was a foul around the area where Will Bagru was battling for that second header. Timbers on the free kick, 60 yards away from the net, and they will opt to play across the back line. Bring it over near side. It's Verstraeten. He's sitting on a yellow card right now for a challenge earlier on Will Bagru. Now pushing the ball up and attacking past Bagru. Finds the middle of Martinez. Good turn. Gets his head up. Through ball, no. Now the ball trying to get sprayed outside. Does not. Trying to catch up to the ball. Sam Jones there. Setting a ball into the feet of Will Bagru. Unable to. Colton Cavey keeps that ball in on the near sideline. Finds Jones. Jones kicks the ball up and over to Bagru. Bagru back to the goal. Still trying to battle through two defenders. Will Bagru, very strong striker there. Coming through, ball coming outside here to De Vera, who shows his speed. Unable to get to that ball, though. King now wants to quick throw in as he sees the outside back is out of position. Keats battling Martinez for it. Wins it, gets it to Jensen. Sends the ball over to Colton Cavey, trying to battle his way down that far sideline. That ball still bouncing up for grabs. Cavey gets around a defender. He finds himself to the sideline. Bagru has space in the 18. Right-footed shot blocked. Jensen tries with the left-footed full volley, and it gets blocked out by Bagru. But the ball stays in by Tyler John. Sends a dangerous ball across, and the missed touch by De Vera sends it out of bounds. Sounders throw in. We are at the 80th minute mark, and the Sounders still all over that Timbers attacking area. King looking for the throw, and the Sounders pack that near post and give company to Jordan Farr. Sending that ball near post, doesn't find a Sounder. Working with it now is Antley. Sends a shot far and wide. Farr setting up another goal kick. Been very frequent of those. The Sounders have put many shots astray of the net. Clearing his lines there, finding Michelson. No. It's going to be Antley who comes up and wins that header. Now it's Bagru working for it. Goes to the ground. Him and Keats both find hard surface on the ground. Tyler John comes up, wins the tackle there, trying to find Colton Cavey. Does so. Bagru now in the middle, taking on two defenders. Trying to get past Martinez now. Finds Keats. Keats goes simple to King. King near side. Sends in a curling ball, dangerous to that back post, and not as dangerous as it seemed off the foot. Jordan Farr watches it go behind. Long ball up and over the top. Seems like the Timbers, all they are doing today is sending that ball from that back line up to that lone striker. Bagru tries winning the header. Unable to do so. A fancy no-look heel flick that gets cleared by Tyler John now. And the Sounders have it with Keats. Finds the feet of Rivas. Trying to look outside. Finally gets it to King. King dancing on the ball. Finds Derek Johnson, who checks back into a defensive role now and tries finding King on a run, but he was standing still. Johnson now has to backtrack, wins that ball that was intended for Michelson. Jensen takes the ball to his left and drifts into the middle. Finds John. Back to John coming from Cavey. Ball intended for Bagger, who does not find him, but it's Jensen settling. Now playing with Antley. Outside to Johnson. Johnson, give and go, doesn't get it. It's Keats trying to get it, and Johnson wins it off the feet of Martinez, who leaves his feet for a slide challenge. Johnson finds himself on the turf. Martinez is finding himself in a conversation with the referee. Doesn't look like, and a yellow card will be issued there, so he is finding himself in the book as well. Derek Johnson shakes off the dirt, finds himself going to that back post, and he's going to be trying to get in on this Macaw King cross off the free kick. No wall in front of the ball right now for the Timbers. We're in the 84th minute, and the Sounders still trying to break this 0-0 tie. Both teams showing good opportunities. The Sounders have been very dominant in the second half. King sends in a floater, back post, Farr comes off his line, and the two-handed catch is brought in by Farr. Jordan Farr doing everything he can to keep that clean sheet intact. Ball coming back into King's vicinity. Gets it to Jensen. Jensen now trying to find Bagger's feet, but it's Verstraeten who lets that ball run across his body back to Farr. Tyler John showing his vertical, getting up and winning that header. Jensen to Keats. Keats tries getting through a challenge. And a lot of hard challenges being shown here between this Cascadia rivalry. It's Colton Cavey coming all the way back to win that one. No one saw him coming. And that ball rolls out of bounds. Timbers throw in, 85th minute approaching. And it's the Timbers on that sideline looking like they're getting ready for a substitution as it's their throw-in. Leaving the field is Francesco Amorosino. Number 38 will leave the pitch here in the 85th minute. And the Timbers making a sub, looking to be a defensive one. Coming in is number 42, Ronindike. Comes onto the field. Throw-in still being worked on that far sideline. And a substitution on the way again for the Timbers. Back-to-back possessions here where they want a substitution. Leaving the field is the striker, number 33, Timur Zavidza. Checking onto the field. Sounders, goal kick. And Wute will be the counteracting sub that checks on to the field for Zavidza. Sounders still have one more sub in the pocket. The Timbers used up 3 of theirs, and that ball rolls out of bounds for Timbers possession. Under 4 minutes remaining, along with whatever the referee deems for stoppage time. Throw-in goes up the sideline, intended for Michelson. Unable to get it. Battling in the middle, it's Jensen now. Has space on the right foot. Trying to find Johnson out wide. Does so now. Johnson faces up on that left foot. Does a scissor. Now trying to create his own space. Can't find Jensen. And now the Timbers looking to clear it out. Keats in a 50-50 challenge. Won by the Timbers. Michelson Now working, gets in a double team, loses possession. The Sounders center back doing his bit of work all the way up the field. It's Antley. Antley still trying to work with the ball. Michelson takes it back and drops back to Jordan Farr. Farr trying to calm his troops now after the chaos. Keats is all the way back. Ball settled by Jensen. Keats now to Johnson. Turned over. Michelson trying to find Martinez. Doesn't do so. Rivas trying to find Bagro and doesn't. And a slide tackle from behind leaves Rivas on the ground, but it was last touch off Rivas. And it will be Timbers possession as we get close to the 88th minute. 0-0 still here live from Bonney Lake High School. Throwing for the Timbers on the far sideline. Gets past one set of defenders, and now the Sounders keep calm with possession. King looking to attack. Has a lot of pressure there. Has to turn and send the ball back where it came from. Tyler John, far sideline, sending the ball up and over the top. It's Cavey. He got in behind the defense. Now there's three Sounders in the box. Cavey, left-footed cross, goes far into no one. Johnson now trying to pressure the ball on that far side. Ball goes out of bounds. The clearance gives the Sounders a throw-in. It's King setting up what he wants in the box. The Sounders came close on a throw-in from Tyler John. Player hits the ground, and we got some pushing and shoving going on in that box. Referee going to issue a yellow card, surely. And that yellow card finds its way onto Sam Jones. Sam Jones picks up a yellow. With such short amount of time left in this match, it would be unlikely Sam Jones sees himself getting double booked in this game, but you never know what will happen in one of these Cascadia rivalries. It's the greatest rivalry in American soccer here on the PDL platform. King sends in the throw-in, almost finished by Will Bagru as it's just too tall for him. The beautiful flick on into Will Bagru is unable to be connected into the back of the net, and the Timbers yet again dodged a Sounders bullet. Seattle Sounders U23 here in their first match of the season. Timbers make another substitution. Leaving the field is Nico De Vera, 34, and the Timbers look to make an attacking substitution as Baez comes onto the field. Reed Baez checks in late into this game. Jensen goes through the back of Martinez, and he is grabbing his head, and he's got a foul called there, but Martinez is slow to get up. Jensen came through like a freight train on that one. Jensen, the captain for this Sounders team, already has himself in the referee's book with the yellow card. Very dangerous challenge to do there, but we have reached the 90th minute. We're in stoppage time, 0-0. Will there be greatness happen here at Bonney Lake High School? Timbers send the ball deep into Sounders territory. Headed out, Keats now sends a long clearance up and over the top, and it finds Farr. He's going to be pressured, though, by Bagru, and he watches that ball go into his box where he can pick it up with his hands. Farr milking this clock down as much as he can, sends it out. The Timbers would love to leave Bonney Lake High School with a draw. Johnson trying to bring the ball down for the Sounders. It's King. Now goes back through the back line. Sam Jones sends a ball sky high into the air. Under it's going to be Bagru. Lets it bounce once between three Timbers. Johnson now on the knockdown. Sends a ball to Rivas up and over his head into the attacking side. Cleared out very smartly by this Timbers back line. Michelson able to bring it down with a touch. Tyler John now wins it off his foot. Rivas goes to John. Tyler John on top of the box has a man out to his right. It's Derek Johnson. Puts a right-footed shot low on the ground and just a bit outside of that net. And it's the Timbers taking their time on the goal kick, trying to let all this clock drain out as much as possible. 1:30 into stoppage time right now. Timbers taking their sweet dandy time here, and the Sounders on their home pitch here at Bonney Lake High School, 0-0. The ball gets sent deep. Battling for it. Tyler John sends a very speedy through ball that finds the Timbers back line. Now he wins the header of the clearance. Derek Johnson lobbed the ball up and over the top. Bagru is on the attack, and that ball gets headed into safety. And the Timbers now trying to work it up the far sideline. No out-of-bounds calls. The Sounders bench, arms in the air. It's intercepted. Going with it's the center back. It's Jones. Jones lays off to Johnson. Keeping up into that attack. And no, it was Antley into the attack. Ball served in from Rivas. It's Antley, an empty netter, and it's headed in the 90th minute. And that surely has to be the winner there for the Seattle Sounders. My goodness, what a great attack. Starting from Connor Antley, the center back, who is able to finish. My goodness, Connor Antley, the huge interception. The 90th minute dagger in to the Portland Timbers' hearts, and that one chops down the tree here at Bonney Lake High School. The Sounders cracked the tie in the 93rd minute. Surely that has what it has to be the last kick of the game. We'll see how much more time the referee allows in this stoppage time here. The Timbers want to try and get going quickly, but that has to let all the air out of that Timbers bench. My goodness, Connor Antley being able to finish that header uncontested. No defender followed the center back into the box, and it was a great cross from Sergio Rivas. The Sounders now are going to defend with everything that they have, and now the ball falls into the feet of Paul Christensen. My word, what a great Cascadia match that we have had on our hands today. The Sounders doing everything they can to dominate the second half. Christensen sends that ball into the night sky here. The Sounders still applying a lot of high pressure. Comes over to the near sideline. Derek Johnson. And now it's Jensen. Falls into his feet. Rivas sends a ball up and over the top to Bagru. Do the Sounders have time for another one? Bagru smartly goes to the corner flag. He's going to get put in a double team here. Bagru got to be careful. Gets out of it with strength and then taken down from behind. No call. The referee will let things play out. Timbers trying to attack, and there it is. The final whistle. The Sounders open the PDL season with a match over the very dominant powerhouse Portland Timbers, and the Portland Timbers have strong history in the PDL. The Sounders come on top with a match on their home soil at Bonney Lake High School with a classic. The 93rd minute goal coming from Connor Antley. It was the only goal of the match, and it was well worth the 90 minutes that all the fans waited for on this lovely night here. It was a great Friday night at Bonney Lake High School. Your Seattle Sounders U23 defeats the Portland Timbers U23 in the opener. And a lot of great things were seen on the pitch tonight from both teams. And you saw an early sub coming onto the field. Derek Johnson came on for Adam Jones, who seemed to pick up an injury. And Derek Johnson brought his A game coming off that bench, being able to be a huge attacking threat early. And Rivas, that number 10 in the middle, my goodness. The work rate that he put on as a center attacking mid was outstanding. Being able to work everything that he could, him and Will Bagru up top. Those two are a very deadly force when they are on the attack, as we saw there, that last possession of the game. But it was the center back who was the hero. Connor Antley starts things off in that 93rd minute by intercepting the ball. Carries about 20 yards there before finding Rivas on the give and go. And he is able to finish that ball past Jordan Farr. Absolutely incredible work that Connor Antley did on that last run, and that just goes to show center backs can score too. Center backs are known as just the big tree trunks in the back line, and they can put the ball in the back of the net. Leading off on this PDL season for the Seattle Sounders U23, Jordan Antley, the center back, is your leading goal scorer. And that's going to wrap things up here from Bonney Lake High School. Again, your Seattle Sounders U23 defeats the Portland Timbers U23 in this Cascadia match. It's a rivalry that dates back all the way to 1974, and it's still fully alive today, and a lot of magic happens in big matches like this. The 90th minute winner from Connor Antley was beautiful and a perfect way to cap off a Friday night from Bonney Lake High School. Catch us back here on YouTube for PDL, where the Sounders U23 will be taking on Calgary in another PDL match on Sunday at 2 p.m. from Sunset Stadium in Sumner High School. If you are in the Pacific Northwest, get to that match because the Sounders U23 put out an absolutely outstanding match today, and it showed offensively there late in that second half. The work rate kept up throughout the entire half, and it finished beautifully for the Sounders U23. So once again, from Bonney Lake High School, I'm Peyton Behrens. Thank you for tuning in to this live stream wherever you're tuning in from, and catch the next match Sunday, May 21st, live from Sunset Stadium.